Welcome to Smart Economics. Here are your top business news. DeepMind AI unit lost $649 million last year and had a $1.5 billion debt waived by Alphabet. Losses at DeepMind, the artificial intelligence firm owned by Google parent Alphabet, are continuing to grow. The London-headquartered AI lab, founded in 2010 by Demis Hassabis, Mustafa Suleyman and Shane Legg, made a loss of €477 million in 2019, worse than the €470 million loss in 2018, according to documents filed with the UK's company's House Registry on Thursday. The vast majority of DeepMind spend in 2019 went on staff and other related costs, with the annual report showing that some €468 million went towards this, up from €398 million in 2018. All-time high above $23,000, extending its wild 2020 rally. Bitcoin hit a fresh record high above $23,000 on Thursday, extending a wild rally for the cryptocurrency that has seen it more than triple in value this year. The world's most valuable digital currencies surged 12% to $23,421, according to crypto market data provider Coinmetrics, taking its year-to-date gains to more than 200%. Bitcoin only just smashed the $20,000 mark on Wednesday. Google secretly gave Facebook perks data in ad deal, US states allege. Facebook Inc. and Alphabet's Google, the two biggest players in online advertising, used a series of deals to consolidate their market power illegally. Texas and 9 other states alleged in a lawsuit against Google on Wednesday. Google and Facebook compete heavily in internet ad sales, together capturing over half of the market globally. The two players agreed in a publicized deal in 2018 to start giving Facebook's advertiser clients the option to place ads within Google network of publishing partners, the complaint alleged. Executives at the highest level of the companies signed on the deal, according to the complaint. US agencies, companies secure networks after huge attack. US government agencies and private companies rushed to secure their computer networks following the disclosure of a sophisticated and long-running cyber espionage intrusion suspected on being carried out by Russian hackers. The full extent of the damage is not yet clear, but the potential threat was significant enough that the Department of Homeland Security Cybersecurity Unit on Monday directed all federal agencies to remove compromised network management software, and thousands of companies were expected to do the same. What was striking about the operation was its potential scope as well as the manner in which the perpetrators managed to pierce cyber defenses and gain access to email and internal files at the Treasury and Commerce departments and potentially elsewhere. The intrusion was stark evidence of the vulnerability of even supposedly secure government networks, even after well-known previous attacks. Reddit to buy TikTok rival Dubsmash. Social network firm Reddit said on Sunday it would buy short video platform Dubsmash, becoming the latest company to expand in a space dominated by Chinese-owned TikTok. The financial terms of the deal were not disclosed, but a spokeswoman for Reddit said the acquisition was based on a combination of cash and stock. The success of ByteDance TikTok has prompted many social media companies to add short video services to their platforms, with Snapchat Inc. rolling out Spotlight in November and Facebook Inc. launching Instagram Reels earlier this year. Novartis to buy neuroscience company Cadent for up to $770 million. Novartis said on Thursday it had entered into an agreement to acquire US-based neuroscience company Cadent for up to $770 million, gaining full rights to Cadent's neuroscience portfolio. Upon the closing of the agreement, Cadent will receive a $210 million upfront payment and will be eligible for up to $560 million in milestone payments, for a total potential consideration of $770 million, Cadent said in separate statement. Walmart to pilot test live-streamed video shopping on TikTok. Walmart and TikTok announced this morning they will be partnering on the first pilot test of a new shoppable product experience on TikTok's social video app. Walmart, as you may recall, had planned to invest in TikTok when the app was being threatened with a ban from the US market unless it sold its US operation to an American company. Per a Trump administration executive order, a ban that's now paused after multiple legal challenges. Walmart's interest in TikTok, however, has not waned. Though seemingly an odd fit for a social network, had seen the potential to attract a younger online consumer through video and in particular live-streamed video. China's Luckin Coffee will pay $180 million to settle accounting fraud charges. China's embattled coffee delivery startup Luckin has reached a settlement with the US Securities and Exchange Commission, agreeing to pay a $180 million penalty to settle charges that it overstated its revenues, expenses, and losses by hundreds of millions of dollars. The announcement by the market regulator arrived Wednesday evening, months after short seller Muddy Waters first reported the alleged fraud early this year. In response to the allegations, Luckin said in April it would launch an internal probe. In June, the SEC said it would delist Luckin, and in July, Luckin admitted it did cook its books. EU extends economic sanctions on Russia for another 6 months. The European Union prolonged on Thursday its economic sanctions on Russia for its intervention in Ukraine by another 6 months. The bloc's Council of Governments said in a statement the EU hit Russia's energy, financial and arms sectors over Moscow's role in the conflict in Ukraine and prolonged them repeatedly as the Kremlin vows not to return the Crimea Peninsula to Kyiv, and a frozen conflict has taken hold in Ukraine's east. The sanctions will be formally prolonged until July 31, 2021, with leaders considering the next rollover in June. Warren Buffett, David Solomon urged Congress to extend PPP for small businesses. In an interview with CNBC yesterday morning, legendary investor Warren Buffett urged Congress to pass legislation to help small businesses stay afloat. Buffett called the situation facing mom and pop an economic war, and labeled small businesses collateral damage in a war that our country needed to fight. He called on Congress to extend the Paycheck Protection Program (PPP) on a large scale. Remember the PPP? We wrote about it often during the worst of the economic crisis in March and April. It's a $525 billion government program intended to help small businesses keep workers on payroll. PPP has been criticized for fraud and not actually going to small businesses. But PPP may have been the economic equivalent of a vodka soda, imperfect but still effective. Don't let that turn you away from something where millions of people were being helped, Buffett argued yesterday. Watch SpaceX launch a US spy satellite live and bring its booster back for landing on terra firma. SpaceX is launching a Falcon 9 today from Kennedy Space Center, with a launch window that spans 3 hours and opens at 9 a.m. EST. The mission will carry a spy satellite for the US Reconnaissance Office (NRO) and will include a recovery attempt for the first stage booster used on the Falcon 9 vehicle. This Falcon 9's first stage has already flown 4 times previously, including during the 2 of SpaceX commercial resupply mission to the International Space Station for NASA and during a Starlink launch, as well as for SAOCOM 1B, a satellite launch operation for the Argentinian Space Agency in August. JP Morgan fires back in $6.4 billion Madoff's lawsuit. JP Morgan Chase & Co. accused the trustee seeking $6.4 billion for victims of Bernard Madoff's Ponzi scheme of doing an end run around the law in pursuing his case, and said it has a right to a jury trial. The second largest US bank said court-appointed trustee Irving Pickard is exerting his authority by suing in bankruptcy court, where a judge rather than a jury would decide the case. It said the case instead belongs in district court because it involves significant banking and securities law issues. The trustee's massive damages action against JP Morgan bears no resemblance to a typical lawsuit commenced by a bankruptcy trustee. JP Morgan said in a court filing late Tuesday. In substance, the trustee is trying to pursue enormous backdoor class action, it said. Kevin McHugh, a spokesman for Pickard, did not respond to a request for comment on Wednesday. That's all for today's video. Make sure you like this video and subscribe to our channel